Welcome back to day 10 of Vlogmas. When I made the decision to post every day this month, I knew it would be hard, but now I feel like we're really in it. I've almost made it to posting every day, and I just appreciate all of you following along the way. Today is Sunday, which means it's my time to catch up on projects. Some of those projects were just kind of in the house doing laundry, running to the grocery store, and stopping at the hardware store to get a few things for our projects later this week. And while we have a little bit of daylight, I think I can work on a few projects and maybe even check a few off the list. You have seen the garage in many of the videos, but I haven't really dug in yet. So today we're actually gonna pull a few things out and start working on them. The hard part is that it's 4 o'clock and it's already pretty dark out. Such a dreary day. I was gonna work on spray painting those chairs, but I just don't think it's bright enough. They are 90% done. But when I pulled them out to take them to the store, I noticed that there's a few spots that just need more attention. So we're gonna have to leave those. This needs lightly sanded and another coat of paint. I think we're gonna start there before it gets any darker. This is the bottom section of a china cabinet. This is the top. They definitely go together really well. What I'm doing is breaking them apart. I'm gonna sell the bottom section as a buffet, and then I'm gonna start working on the top. And once I get these two things out, I'm gonna have so much more space in this garage. And then some of this might be able to move to the basement, and I might actually be able to park in here over the winter. It was actually one of my goals for December, which means I'd be sharing it on Vlogmas, and so far we've made zero progress. But that is what Sundays are for. So I'm gonna start clearing this off and then get the paint out. Speaking of projects this week, these guys, you'll be seeing these again. I know you can't see it very well, but this is light gray chalk paint, and then I've already sanded and refinished the top. I did originally paint this in dark gray, and I used wax on the top, and it just looked really bad, so I started over. So this is already the second attempt. Sometimes things just don't work out on the first try. I did take a few weeks and think about it before coming back to try again. I do think the lighter color is gonna be better. Hopefully, as we work in the garage for a few more days, I'll be able to get more light to show you what this really looks like. I know I mentioned how I use chalk paint, but one of the keys is sanding between coats. You're going to get some brush marks with the paint, and you just want it to be as minimal as possible. So when you do a light sanding with 220 or a higher grit, you're able to cut down on the brush marks instead of just having them build on top of each other. So I'm gonna go through, sand, wipe that down, and then start painting. My horror hand sanding is my least favorite, but it's necessary. I don't know if this counts as a trick, but it is the most efficient way to get things painted when it's dark out. Hi, what's up? My hack for when it gets too dark. That or just me looking goofy. One or the other. Without my love for the ocean, I would be long gone by now. It's some kind of devotion that brings me down. That without my love for the ocean, I would be nowhere. It's a good trick, but I think it's too dark to keep painting. You have to accept when you're defeated. One of the most important projects on my list today is to actually measure this opening. 16.5 by 11. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I haven't told you what I'm doing with this table yet, but I definitely need something to go in this hole, and I needed to know that it's 16.5 by 11. It's kind of an odd shape, so I don't know if I'll end up cutting this or if something will sit in it. We'll find out, but it's 16.5 by 11. Well, it got darker much faster than I expected, but at least I got another coat done on the buffet. It's also colder than I thought it was. I don't know, it's definitely a Sunday, but I did want to take a second and show you a few of the things I have planned for this week. First of all, I mentioned you'd be seeing more of these. These kind of decorative cutting boards are something that I made last month. I was planning to have them done for the Christmas craft show, and I just never made it. But now I want to make a few more of them and actually put them in my booth when I do the spring reset. So I have these two kind of done, and then today I actually picked up that board. I should be able to get 4 or 5 of these out of that board, but in a few days we'll actually measure it out and see what we can do. These are just cut and sanded. I'll still need to finish them. So that is one project coming up this week. And then I noticed a few days ago that this cool fan totally works, but the plug is kind of missing the cover. So one thing I want to show you this week is how to put a new plug on a cord. And yes, I did plug this one in so that I could see if it worked, but because you can actually see the wires in there, I don't want to sell it this way. So this is another one you'll be seeing later this week. But that's really the end of day 10. I really appreciate that you took time to follow along and see what I'm up to today. Before you go, I've actually considered switching my posting time from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Let me know in the comments if you have a preference on if it's in the morning or at night. Either way, I'll see you tomorrow.